save all them tapes right there. Yo. And then the reading right here is, she asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Bible in my right and a chopper in my other hand.
Everybody is trying to find and recreate their identity of so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every few years, black people get a new identity.
America wants the black man, the Latino man, the Native American man to his blood, sweat, and tears. They work us to the damn bone.
Come and pay a visit for your last year. I'm truly up. Make a move unless we tune you up. Absolutely, man. We know you cause you ain't fooling us. But don't think this is trying to cool us.
This whole world was made for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. And the other nations know it. And because the other nations know it, they make sure to keep us underneath them. Come upon you before the fifth angel of the Lord come upon you, black man, Native American Indian man, Hispanic man. You understand, man? It's about to get oppressive out here. You only have I know, man. You only have I know of all the families on the earth, man. Right? You only have I know, man. So therefore, he will punish us for all of our iniquities, which is our sins, man. Going out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of Jerry Hunt. We are not affiliated with any fake Israelite groups or anybody else. Today we're bringing out the truth of the Bible, that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That's right.
He gon' spot you, then get you. You don't speak about it, it's not an issue. This one West world got a ring to it. I married the Jew, put a ring to it.
She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely. She asked if I'm a prophet. I said absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And when I walk through the door, bitch, you best salute me, best salute me, absolutely, absolutely.
Another number in the round up, put the town up, a book sing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green like gold, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight. Yeah, did it. In it for the long haul flight, committed.
This Sunday at 7 p.m. Come and join us at 840 F Church Street in Norfolk, Virginia for the memorial of blowing of trumpets. These are the days God said we were supposed to celebrate. Shalom.
This is a man's world.
Hey,
But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman.
hey. Started out riding man with the geezers when that shit didn't work out the prop about the chick. All of them talk my bad ass still ain't listen, was living, but taught me the way.
September 30th, we suffer together. Shalom.
Fake love, real hate.
One West.
But we set apart, nigga.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. Oh, you can't keep it silent, I ain't fucking with you. Fuck a fake friend, show is over, close the curtain. Told you that they loved you, laughed at you when you was hurting. One thing about that UPK, this brotherhood for certain. Dress you up in all black, urge you up to put that work in. Same niggas that was on the block putting that work in. Abandon that lifestyle, cause now I know my purpose. Coming from a place where a black man life is worthless. 400 plus years, yeah, living out them curses. I blame the so-called leaders in the churches. Was supposed to save our soul, instead they led us to the hearses. Backstabbed and betrayed by the people you would die for. Your family ain't family, so-called friends switch sides on you. Crackers take a knee on your neck, whisper and die, boy. So I stay strapped with the Kaepernick, that's the firearm. Gotta watch your back, you know them demons out here lurking. If I don't know shit, then I know one thing for certain, look. They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you. They hate you when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
I say fuck the fake love and disloyal behavior. Brotherhood is a weapon, but bitch niggas is contagious. Hating your elevation instead of hitting the pavement. Watching your every move and never give motivation. Situational friendships get away with adversity. And these days, just a little bit of your kindness a luxury. I'd rather you keep your distance, be a fuck nigga too close to me. Prefer to fuck with fear niggas than house niggas with notes on me. Get a shirt off my back for devoted niggas with loyalty. I noticed the lack of devoted niggas that's trustworthy if you ain't in no black. Ranked up, I give 2 fucks for free. Death before dishonor is a must. It ain't no choice from me, I'm bred different. Was never one to die, just bullshit, I'm fed different. Fuck all the information out of pulpits, I'm led different. Been taught to follow a code. Israel law, statutes, commandments, freely given, never sold, nigga. Chill.
They hate it when you up, but love it when you down. Love you when you dead, but hate you while you living. Only make a mention when it's beneficial. You can't keep it solid, I ain't fucking with you.
All right, there we go. All right, we up and live on the book. We up and live on Instagram. We up and live on YouTube. Think we good to go. With that being said, clap it up. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we have been teaching the truth of this Bible. That truth being that all so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people. In that very same Bible, the white man, the colonizer, the oppressor, I'm going to say white man one more time, is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We are not affiliated with any Christian organization or any fake Israelite group. If it is not the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, if it is not ISUPK, it is not the truth. They are lying to you about something. That I can guarantee. The water for everybody joining us tonight. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. Salaki, I'm just trying to make sure all my screens is good. This is the Lashawan Qadash class where we come to learn our language. Before we got off those slave ships, we had a language. We had a heritage. We had a culture. Truth be told, when you're really looking at history, before we fled out of Jerusalem, got into Africa, we had a heritage and a culture and a language. But all throughout history, each time we would abandon what the Most High gave us, because see, our heritage and culture come from the Most High. We would abandon it and pick up and adopt these different traditions from these other nations. And each time it's been our downfall. It's been our downfall each and every time. And like I said, so in here, I might adjust that camera one day to make sure I'm always looking at it. I think I got to have it looking a little down, but it's all good. But each time we would adopt the heritage, the code, the ideologies of the other nations, Christianity, Islam, you name it, we did it. And each time it was our downfall, and this destroyed us. And this was what led to us being over here where we at now, speaking English, speaking Spanish, speaking French, speaking Dutch, speaking Portuguese. All of that is a result of us being in captivity. It's a result of this slavery that we're underneath. And we come in here to relearn who we were. We relearn our language and our customs. And it's not that Yiddish that you hear these Edomites, these white people speaking, these white people that's pretending to be us. Like any and everything, they have stolen everything. The oppressor will unalive everybody, assault all the children, all the men, all the women. And when everybody's gone, when there's nobody left to fight him, he'll take their culture and say it's his. Now all of a sudden he has an appreciation for the culture. You know what I'm saying? That's why we call him a culture vulture. He is a culture vulture. Everything you see with them, that if it looks good, it came from somebody else. It did not come from them, which is the same thing when it comes to us. So they've taken our culture. They've taken our shield, our holy seal of Zion. They've taken our identity, biggest identity thieves in the world. You know what I'm saying? And parade themselves around pretending to be us. And the Most High is the Most High is getting ready to wrap all that up. I don't know if y'all been following the news, but hey, the news, you gotta keep popcorn on deck now to watch the news. You know what I'm saying? And when I say the news, I mean like independent media, because CNN ain't talking about it. MSNBC not talking about it. Nobody's talking about how Qatar, Egypt, and Yemen are at full-fledged war with Israel right now. You ain't even hearing about it on the news. They ain't said nothing to you about it. Nobody's talking about what I think day before yesterday, they blew up a big casino that was in Tel Aviv. Blew the casino up. Casino's gone. You know what I'm saying? And they've been going back and forth. You got Trump on the news saying he ready to go back into Afghanistan. Remember, that was the big thing before we pulled the troops out. Even though they left billions of dollars on the ground, right? Now they're ready to go back in there again. Why? Because the whole earth is gearing up. It's getting ready for war. It's about to go down. And the Most High is doing all of this for us, because it's the only way that we will ever be free. We'll never be free here. We'll never be free underneath another nation of people. You know what I'm saying? We weren't meant to be underneath another nation of people. But the way that we get that freedom, we get that justice, we get what the Most High have planned for us is by coming back in here, like y'all are doing. The water for everybody joining us tonight. Again, like I said, this is the Lashawan Qadash class. We do this class a little bit different. With this class, you will see there should be a link inside of the chat, so that you can join. If you can't get on screen, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If you can't, as long as you can get on just audibly, so we can practice speaking the Lashawan Qadash, hearing, speaking. That's how you learn another language. You know what I'm saying? And we have some younger folks in here, but most of the core group of the class, you know what I'm saying, is a little bit older. And it can be a little bit harder to learn a language at this late in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it takes that effort, and by you being able to come inside class and talk with your brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that helps and that goes a long way. So again, if you can get on screen, again, the link is inside of the chat. That's going to be open for anybody. Again, if you can't get on screen, if you're a sister, just make sure your head is covered like you should be with all classes. If you're a brother, you know what I'm saying, if you're a brother and you trying to be a trooper, you know what I'm saying, you're a young man and you should be in all black. You should definitely be in all black. You know what I'm saying? And again, if anybody else is out there just trying to learn, as long as you can jump on screen. We not your Christian church in here. We don't accept everybody. You can come as you are, kind of, sort of, not really. You feel me? You're going to have to come correct in here. You're going to have to come to correct, and then you're going to have to get even better. That's the saddest thing work. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord requires of us, and we don't require any less. All the brothers that's checking in today, we're going to say Yah Bashim Yashabagatham to all the Akim that's out there checking in, and to all the sisters, to all the Akwathian out there that's checking in today. Yahweh Shema, Alatham, Bashim Yahweh Shai, to all the Akwathian. This is the Lashawan Qadash class. Just for a little lineup tonight, we're going to do a little continuation of what y'all started last week, or what y'all were doing last week. We've been reading Leviticus chapter 23. We want to wrap that up. I think we left off at 37, if I'm not mistaken. So we're going to pick up at 38. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But we're going to pick up at 38, wrap that on up. We got a memorial of the blowing of the trumpets coming up this Sunday. So you know what I'm saying, we want to wrap that up. So we will be right on pace for that. You know what I mean? So everybody be able to follow along during the Memorial Day, doing whenever we have our high holy days, our Memorial Days. We read Leviticus chapter 23. One thing that's been taken from us is our heritage, our culture, and our traditions. We like the traditions of this oppressor, the traditions of Christmas and Easter and Mother's Day and Valentine's, all those detrimental, pagan, destructive things that the Lord told us not to do. We keep those traditions, but we don't keep any of the traditions of that the Most High told us to do. And so we're getting it again. We're gonna be getting together this Sunday, and then after that, that following Tuesday, not that following Tuesday, but about a week so after, on the 30th. On the 30th, we're gonna have the Day of Atonement, where we go 24 hours, no food, no water, if you're able. It's not for the elderly. You need to take medications, the children, and so forth. It's not about hurting each other. It's just about us being obedient to what the Lord told us. You know what I'm saying? So again, the link is in the chat. We're going to go ahead and get started tonight. We're going to be reading from the scriptures for Abed Shabbat. I think that's going to be Leviticus chapter 14, starting at verse 26. We'll read what we can, but the main thing is we want to get through. We want to get through what we started as far as Leviticus 23. Y'all did a great job on putting the actual sentence together. And we're going to do a little bit of that tonight too. We're going to try to keep that going so we'll be able to apply and actually utilize our language as we learn, the more we learn. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. Well, actually, first off, let's see who all we got with us. We got Aqua Fadasa in the building. You know what I'm saying? We got Princess Tazarah checking in. We got Aqua Dabara in the building. We got Aqua Ra'aya in the building checking in. The sisters is in here deep as usual, doing a thing. We got the sister Trunda Ellis checking in from Hampton, Virginia. It's good to see you, sis. You've been hanging up in there. It's good to see you. We also got young man David. Young man David is say he's sticking around. He ain't going nowhere. Young man David been coming to these classes, man. And you know what I'm saying? Again, I just want to applaud you for that. You've been sticking with it. That can be rough on a young man. It can be rough. It's rough for anybody first coming into it because it's so different. It's so different and it requires so much, and especially with the Lashawan Qadash class, the scripture breakdown class, the history class, the brotherhood class. Those are a little bit easier to follow because you're just learning. And in the beginning, it's so much to learn, and you can hear the stories about the history, see what's going on in the world and how to change it. But this language, this Lashawan Qadash, you got to really be about that life to come in for this Lashawan Qadash class. So I applaud you for that, brother. We got Aqua Fazara Khan checking in as well. We got the brother Quashad checking in also. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we can see everybody. Hopefully we'll get the chance to see everybody. We all can get together this Sunday. You know what I'm saying? And we also got my brother, Officer 1000 Mataza Akara. You know what I'm saying? What's going on out of one. Taught a hell of a class last night, and we're going to try to, last week, and we're going to try to keep it going this week right here. We're going to go from there. So hopefully everybody was paying attention last week. We're going to do a little review. I want to make sure you retain everything that you learned last week and everything new that we add to it going forward. We're going to start with our alphabet or the foundation. It's going to be a little different. You know, I like to switch it up a little bit just so y'all are seeing different things as far as the alphabet. You can get in a rut saying the same thing over and over again, and you're not really learning no more. You're just kind of repeating what you already seen. So I like to kind of mix it up a little bit. Now, when most people, young man David, you will let me know if this was you. Most people, when they come into the school or when they first start learning about who they are, you can go online and Google and type in Lashawan Qadash, and the first thing that pops up is this right here. This is the first thing that pops up. This was the first thing that I saw. This right here, the Lashawan Qadash chart. This is why you got so many fake Israelite groups out there pretending to be us, because there's so much information that's readily available now. You feel me? So tonight, I just wanted, we're gonna go over it from here. We're gonna go over it from here. So again, a link is inside the chat. Once we get through this, I'll start bringing people up on stage. If you're not able to get up on stage, make sure you just type your answers inside of the chat. We're going to start first. I'm just going to hope. I'm trying to see if you can see this mouse. I don't know if you can see this mouse on screen or not. You may not be able to see this mouse. That might be a problem. No, I can't see my mouse. Well, look, we're just going to go from left to right. We're going to go from left to right just so you'll get an idea of how to read this chart. If you ever do come into it online, you know what you're looking at. What I like about this chart right here, you actually get to see three different variations of it. You get to see the ancient, you also get to see the Assyrian, and you also get to see what it looks like handwritten. And that handwritten can be rough. All right, young man David said he tended to most high and Christ. Look, ain't you had never go wrong doing that, young man David. Never go wrong with that. Most high Christ, you know what I'm saying? And that's a good way to do it as well. But again, sign. I remember when I first came in, this was the first thing that kind of popped up. And then I got it later on, you know what I'm saying, actually in class, you know what I'm saying? So this is approved, but tonight we're gonna kind of, I just want you again so y'all can be able to kind of see a little bit differently. You know what I'm saying? See a little bit differently. That handwritten can be a little rough, depending on who doing the handwriting. I've been told in my past I don't have the best handwriting. You know what I'm saying? But with a chart like this, it's good to practice on your own. When I would take my notes, I would always practice writing the Assyrian and the ancient out on my own. It's always good to practice writing it out on your own. So again, we're just going to do it this way tonight, just so y'all can kind of get an idea, a little different view of it. All right. So now, first off, starting off with the Hebrew, you're going to read from right to left. You're going to read from right to left. We were taught in English in America to read from left to right. With the Hebrew, you actually read from right to left. So that's one of the first things that sticks out when you're looking at this. All right. So from that first chart, the first one on top where the ancient is at, you have your I. I stands for alap or cattle. Now you won't see what the words mean on this chart. That's one of the things that you don't get on this chart. You really don't get that on a lot of the other charts. That's something that, you know, me and Officer sometimes Zachariah have compiled and put together so that you can see it all together. You know what I mean? But this is a good way to kind of check the memory, check them notes. Make sure you do have everything. All right. So you have Ah, which stands for alap or cow. You have Ba, Bayaf, door or tent. You have Ga, Gamar. You have Da or Dalath or door, Salakia. Dalath or door. That Da is the same as this Dawada, the shield that we have. The shield that we have. It's called a star. It's called the Rimfam. It's called some of any and everything. But what this is David's name, the Dawada. Dawada. His name in the Hebrew. All right, this was his seal. When they saw this seal, they know that this was official tissue that was coming from the king. All right. You also have the Wa. I think last week Aquaf Dabara had a couple of questions about all the different characters, so I wanted to put it up like this, so everybody can see it all at the same time. You know what I'm saying? What's good about seeing them all at the same time? It kind of helps to pick out what's what, see the differences in all of them as well. So that's also a good one. All right. You have Za. You have your Za. Then you have your Ka. Then you have your Ta. All right, now that Wa, Salaki, that I stopped at Da, Salaki. That Ha stands for Hana or behold. And Wa stands for Wawa or fish hook. Za stands for Zion or weapon. And Cha, which is the one that takes the most effort to say, stands for Chawama or fence. Then you have your Ta. And Ta stands for Tana or basket. All right. Then you have your Yah. And that Yah stands for Yah or hand. Now that Yah and that Ha, you'll see that on a lot of the other fake Israelite shirts and their hats and their shirts, because they've merchandise, or they try to make merchandise of the Lord just like the heathens do. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the big reasons why everybody's so familiar and comfortable with Christianity, is because you can go to the store and you can buy Jesus right at the store. You can buy white Jesus out the store, hang them on your neck. You can do all the drugs you want to do. You can sleep with all the whores you want, but you got white Jesus on your neck, so you are covered and sanctified in the blood, which is what has always been done. It was a way to merchandise, to sell to us, to make us a consumer, to buy our God, which is not our culture. The Most High told us not to make any graven images. That was never our culture. But that is the culture of the heathen, and which is what, again, so you will see these fake Israelites, they'll have the Most High's name spelt out on their shirt, you know what I'm saying? And again, That's just something that we don't do in here. And here you will hear us say most high in Christ. So when we're reading, we'll say most high. Now, most times, even when we're reading, we see where it's indicating the most high. We'll just say most high. We won't really say his name like that. We don't try to use his name in vain. Just be throwing it out there just to be throwing it out there. We know his name is Yahweh. We teach his name is Yahweh, so we will know his name, what it is, and what to call on, and when we're reading the prayers and so forth, right? But we don't just throw it out there, again, like the heathen or like these fake Israelite groups. All right. Next up is going to be the Ka. It's going to be the Ka. Ka stands for cop or palm. Then you have your La. Your La stands for lamad or learn. Then you have your Ma. Your Ma stands for mayam or water. Next, you have your Na. Your Na stands for no one or sprout. Just like when you're learning your alphabet, a really good practice. You should be able to really kind of recite this the same way you say A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You really should be able to recite this the same way if you want to actually be able to speak this fluently and actually learn it. All right. So by having this chart, it makes it easier for you to do that. All right. Next up, you're going to have your Sa. You're going to have your Sa. Your Sa stands for Samak or establish. Then you have your I. You have your I. Your I stands for Ayan or I. All right. Next up is going to be your Pa. Pa stands for mouth. Then you have Tazah. Tazah stands for side. Side of. Side. All right. Then you have your Qua. And your Qua stands for quam or rise. Next up is going to be your Ra. Your Ra stands for Ra'ash or head. The head of. The head of man is Christ. The head of Christ, Yahweh Shai, is the Most High. And the head of the woman is the man. We have a head. We have an order. Reason why we are so out of order is because there's no head anymore. The wrong people are the head. The woman is the head of most of our household. Most of blacks and Latinos, it's the woman that's the head of the household. And it's the reason why a lot of our households are out of order. Because it's a role or position that the Most High didn't put her in. All right. You have a lot of brothers running around here swapping down that they Jesus Christ. It's about 15, 20 different Jesus on TikTok. You feel me? And they got people that actually follow them. And this is another reason why we are so out of order as a people. All right. Next up is going to be your Shah. You have Shah, which stands for Shan or tooth. Then you have the Tha, which stands for Thaw or mark. All right. Now you will notice at that top line, it's just that top line. There's no additions to that. The reason being, in the Assyrian, you have 5 characters. You'll see them in that second row. You have 5 characters. They actually have 2 characters that you would that mean the same thing, but one you would use when it's at the end of a word. All right. Again, a good thing about this chart right here, you can see everything right there in front of you. So it's no surprises, and you can kind of compare them and go back and forth. And for the most part, it's lined up pretty good. All right, for the most part, it's lined up pretty good. So again, I'm just going to go through the Assyrian really quick. For the Assyrian, you got, again, and this is how you want to kind of practice it. Once you get everything familiar, you know what everything means. You want to be able to practice it where you can actually say ah, ba, ga, da, ha, wa. And you can even cover that top row up. You can cover that top row up and you can go from there. All right. Za, ha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, a, pa, ta, za, qua, ra, sha, tha. That's the way that I practice it so that I will be able to get it the same way I can say A, B, C, D. Most people, I don't care who, I'm tempted to say 80% of people. I ain't going to say 90% because some of us can't read at all, but I'm going to say 80% of people, for the most part, can say their ABCDs. And by them being able to say their ABCDs is how they get through normal conversation, how they can read basic signs. And it's the same thing when it comes to this Hebrew, all right? When you get to your Ka, you'll see your Ka in that Assyrian, where that arrow is pointing at. That's the Ka that you will use at the end of a word. Same thing with the Ma. That Ma, that's the Ma that you would use at the end of a word. Same thing with that Na. That Na is another one that you would use at the end of a word. Also with your Pa. Also with your Tazah. Again, what I like about this chart, you can see exactly which ones look alike. You can see the similarities in them, and you can also see what makes them different. That Ka looks just like that Na. That Na looks just like that Ra. and so forth. You also can see where your eye and the ancient, your eye in the ancient looks very similar to the Sa in the Assyrian. And there's little subtleties like that, you know what I'm saying, that you want to kind of get fine-tuned and work out. Yabashim Shabakatah, we got Officer Call Support checking in, Most High in Christ. You know what I'm saying? So again, I just wanted to show y'all a little different. I'll show you this tonight. You may or may not have this. Again, this one you can kind of find this online if you look. You will this will pop up if you type in the Lashawan Qadash. I'm pretty sure you can find it in PDF form, JPEG or whatever. But this puts everything together. And if you didn't have it, now you'll be able to have it. Like I said, on you better have it. You put that in your notes so you can have that in your notes. All right. So at this point, again, I wanted to kind of get through it fairly quickly tonight because we do want to make sure we wrap up Leviticus chapter 23. And I also want to make sure we add another sentence. Y'all did a great job on a sentence last week. Y'all did a great job on that sentence last week. Everybody should have this in their notes. Oh, I see y'all doubling up. They doubling up down there. Most High crap. Most High crap. We're going to get everybody up on stage. Get everybody up on stage. Most High crap. All right, so let me take this off. Take this off. We're going to start bringing everybody up. Again, I'm going to put this link in the chat again. Y'all trying to have Aqua for eye and read all the scriptures tonight. Put this chat link in the chat again. Hold on. And then we're going to get everybody up on stage and we're going to go from there. All right, Most High Christ, that's in there again. So if you're available to log on, by all means, jump on in here. You know what I'm saying? We don't bite. We don't bite. First up, Princess Tazarai. Called her drinking tea. I called her drinking the tea. What's going on, Princess Tazarai?
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Thumba, Shem Yahweh.
Shalom. Yashima, Thambashim, Yabashah. My Shalom Ka. Got you first this time.
Shalom, Yatoab.
Most High Christ. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. All right.
Oh,
Well, what you got?
I got in. I was running for like officer in my HOSA club, and I got parliament.
Word? Oh, you gonna be handing down the law then. Most High in Christ. All right, well, congratulations. That's good. Congratulations. Eventually, this world is gonna learn if they want anything to run right. They gotta put the Israelites in charge. They gonna have to put us in charge. So I'm very proud of you, Aqua. We also got Aqua for Aya checking in.
Shalom, Shalom Yahweh Shema, Alathon by Shem Yahweh.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Bashim Yahweh Shah. I like that shirt. I love that color scheme. I also saw Aqua the bar hiding back there too. Y'all try to double up on the answers. I saw her back there. She gonna get on screen with you tonight? Oh no, she getting on her own. Okay, Most High Christ. I already know you over there now, Aqua the bar. I already know you over there. I done seen you now. I done seen you over there now.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Alatham by Shem Yahweh Shah.
Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Bashim Yahweh Shah. It's good to have both of y'all, all y'all in class. You see, I put the chart up for you tonight. It echoed a little, it got a little feedback. But I put the chart up tonight so you can see everything all at the same time. And that way, you know what I'm saying? Again, I think it makes it a little bit easier when we can see everything. You can see what's different about the different characters and so forth. I thought you had some really good questions about them last week. What I know I had a tendency of doing in school before when I was younger, if I didn't understand something, I ain't know it. I ain't like to ask no question because I was ready to go. So, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. We finished. I'll figure it out later on. We don't have to do that in here. So, again, you did a great job asking the questions that you did. Aqua off the bar. We're going to go over our possessive adjectives, our possessive pronouns, my subject pronouns. Once we knock those out, we're going to go right into sentence making. Right into sentence making. And then from there, we're going to get to these scriptures. So, we rolling tonight. We rolling tonight. We're gonna knock it on out. Y'all must be over there making some shirts. That's what y'all doing. Y'all making some more work for material for the new visions. That's what y'all over there doing, getting fresh for the memorial of the blowing of the trumpets. And again, that's this Sunday. If you are able to attend, you know what I'm saying. Make sure you show up. Call the school if you haven't before. I don't even got the banner running, but if you haven't. This would be your first time coming to class and so forth, or coming to the actual physical school. Call the school 75755012004. This is where we get the chance to be amongst one another. And if you've never done it before, it's such a refreshing feeling. It's hard to explain. The first time when you're around like-minded individuals, when you are truly around your brothers and your sisters, it's better than a family reunion. And all our family reunions I went to, it was just a matter of time for they got to fighting and the police got called. So with this, we don't do none of that. You know what I mean? We come together like the Lord say, and it's actually truly a beautiful time. So if you haven't been able to and you want to, call that number, 75755012004. This will be the perfect time for you to come out, meet your family, and so forth. All right, so we're going to jump right into it. If we don't have any questions, I'm going to get the comments up here. All right. We're going to start with, let's start with our possessive adjectives. We're going to start with our possessive adjectives. All right. All right. So our possessive adjectives, they go after a root word. They go after a root word. Whenever I go over this word, the possessive adjective, I like to use Bahashem. We say that in the prayers or in the greetings. Officer Mataz Zachariah went over that last week. He's been going over there pretty consistent. When we go Yahweh Bahashem, that's the Most High. Then Bahashem is in the name. All right. It's in the name that these possessive adjectives go after a root word. And actually, no, that's not what I want to use for this. That's the subject pronoun, Salaki. That's not what I want to use for this one. This one, okay, bet. When y'all heard me ask Princess Tazarah, my shalom ka. When I say ma is what, shalom is peace, and ka is your, like you see right here on screen. So I was asking her, what's her peace? How you doing? How you feeling? How's everything going? And her response was shalom, peace, yah. Shalom, yah, tawab. Tawab means good. And that yah at the end of a root word is my. So she was saying my peace is good. And that's how you would use your possessive adjectives. All right. If I want to indicate his, it would be wa. If I want to indicate her, it's going to be ha. If I want to indicate our, it's going to be nawa. It's going to be nawa. Everything has that ah sound. You'll have a tendency to say You have a tendency to say but it's going to be nawa. Nawa. So not nawa, not nawa. It's going to be nawa. Nawa. All right. Your masculine plural is going to be come. And your feminine plural is going to be kan. This is a good way for you to see the example of that ma and that na at the end of a word. Because remember, we read from right to left. So you'll notice your ma and your na are the same ones we pointed to in the Assyrian that will come at the end of a word. All right, if it's going to be their masculine plural, that's going to be ma. And if it's going to be their feminine plural, that's going to be na. Now, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to move right on. Because, again, I want to make sure that we are able to read everything we got to read. And I know how much y'all love to read. You know what I'm saying? I know how much y'all love to read. So I'm going to move right on. Let me close that one unless we get any questions. I was watching class last week, Aqua After Bar. I said, Aqua After Bar is over there filibustering. She over there filibustering for time. The young folks don't know what filibustering is. They don't know what filibustering is. Both sides. Nah, I'm just messing with you, Aqua. I'm just messing with you.
Salakia.
Who said Salakia? What you got, Aqua?
What does that mean?
Filibustering. Okay, so filibustering is just kind of it's a political term, or actually it's a parliament term. It's a parliament term. This is where they use where they are going through the different rules of order and everybody's speaking certain times where certain people can speak. So let's say you're in at the house on the floor, they're getting ready to try to pass a bill, right? And if one party wants to pass it, the other party don't want to pass it. So the other party, they'll have times where they can speak. So they'll get up and they'll speak, and what they can do is filibuster. So let's say they have a certain time slot to pass this bill. Well, I'm talking, I don't want them to pass the bill. So as long as I keep standing up and I don't lean over and I don't sit down and I can continuously talk, they can never get a chance to pass this bill. That's called filibuster. Make sense? So when Aqua off the bar, when Officer Mataz Zachariah said we going over this work a little bit later on, and I worked by Salakia, I got a question. Salakia, I got a question. See, she could have kept him from ever getting to it. Now I know she wasn't doing that on purpose. and there's nothing wrong with asking questions. So I'm just joking when I say that, but that's a good example of what filibustering is, though. Make sense?
Oh. Uh-huh.
Okay, all right, most high Christ, most high Christ. So like
Salakia,
so
sir.
you as a teaching example. Go ahead.
You didn't have to do all that.
That's it's the one. It's the one. I know you wasn't filibustered on purpose. All right, lock him off the bro. That's why. That's why I wanted to show that chart. Because and then like I noticed, like we always read in the Assyrian for the most part. Also, Mataz Zachariah, he has a tendency to do a little bit more work in the ancient. And so, without seeing both of them, it can get somewhat confused. So, no, you did a very good job. I'm glad you brought it up last week. It allowed me to show the chart that I did. And again, if anybody isn't familiar with it, now they know how to go get it. They know they can be familiar with it, and it's very helpful. So, yeah, I'm just joking. You did great last week. All right. So, next up, we are going to do let's do the subject pronouns. Let's go ahead and do subject pronouns next. We're going to do the subject pronouns next. All right, so our subject pronouns. Your subject pronouns like I or you or he. Your subject pronouns is what's going to be. They're very important because this is how you know how to conjugate that sentence or conjugate the words that's inside of that sentence. So last week y'all had a sentence that said she is cutting with the knife. If you don't know the conjugation for she or haya, then you're not going to be pronouncing it right. You know what I'm saying? So the subject pronoun allows you, or it shows you how you need to conjugate the sentence that's inside of the actual word, right? That actual noun that's in there. So the noun would have been cutting, or the actual verb, Salakia, the verb would have been cutting. She was the actual noun, and that's how. Knowing how to conjugate haya or whatever tense you're in, that's gonna let that's what's so important about that. Again, that subject pronoun. All right. All sentences won't have that. I picked out a sentence on purpose tonight. It's gonna be a little bit different, just so you can see it a little bit differently. But by knowing your subject pronoun, that's the beginning of you being able to write your own sentences, speak the correct way, read the correct way, decipher the sentences when you are reading it, and so forth. So I or I am. That's going to be Anya. Anya is going to be I or I am. You is going to be a thigh. You hear that quite often, and when we're saying a greeting to one another, you'll hit at a thigh. You hit at a thigh quite often. All right. He is going to be Hawa'a. Hawa'a. She would be Haya'a. Haya'a. We is going to be a Naknawa. A Naknawa. You or you all, masculine and plural, would be a thumb. Be a thumb. That M is on the end is going to change that to plural now. Now that would be a thumb. If it's for the sisters, that a thigh would change to a thun. A thun. Same concept as far as they. They masculine would be hum. And they feminine would be hun. All right. And it's just giving you the rules of it down here. If it's a feminine adjective, you want to add ha to the end. Masculine plural, you'll add that yum. And feminine plural, you add that waf. So, for example, if I'm talking to sisters, it'll be akwafian. Akwafian, you know what I'm saying? How I would say sisters. All right. All right. So now we got that again. If I don't get any questions, we're gonna go right past that one. Get to y'all favorite part, making these sentences. We got one more. Close this one up. So far, the devil ain't messing. It ain't slowing our pages up or nothing. So far, we moving right along. All right. All right, so last but not least, we are going to do the prepositions. All right, we're going to do the prepositions. Now, our prepositions are going to go before a root word. Like I said, this is the one what I was saying as far as Bahashem, or Bahashem means in the name. Very important for you to be able to identify different parts of a word when you're reading it. When we read it, we put everything together. We put it together. Except now different words we change, but again, like good example, when I was talking to Princess Tazariah and I said ma, that ma would be separate when we're writing it out. But shalom ya, or shalom ma shalom ka, that shalom and that ka would go together. All right, that would go together. All right. So Ba Hashem is all one word. It's separate words, but it's all one word. So Ba Hashem is in the name. All right. You have your Ba, which is in, your Ha, which is the, And then the root word of that would be sham. So in the name. All right. I or I am before a root word is going to be ah. We just went over in is ba. Do is da. We went over the is ha. And is wa. And is wa. He is going to be ya. Ka at the end of a root word is going to be like. To is going to be la. And of is going to be ma. Pertaining to would be sha. And if you want to make a word in future tense, most of the time you can put that tha at the end of a root word. Select it before a root word, and it would change it to the future tense before a root word. Select it. Your preposition goes before. Pre goes before a root word. All right. So if we don't have any questions, I'm gonna go to the next one. All right. So who remembers how to say she is cutting with the knife from last week? Who remembers? And if you know in the chat, you can just type it inside of the chat. Who remembers? Who remembers how you say he is cutting or she is cutting with the knife?
Salakia, sir.
Mrs. Tazarah got little on me. She got little real fast on me. How would you say it? You remember how you say it, Aqua?
Khan, sir.
How you say it?
Haya, Salakia.
Now go ahead. You throw out.
Haya Kawaratha Halakam Hasakayan.
All right. What was that? What was okay? You said Haya Kawarasa.
Kawaratha Halakam.
Oh, okay. Salaki. I didn't. Okay, I got you. The bread. I got you. Cool. Okay, you're right.
Sir. Hasakayan.
Okay, Ben. So I'm gonna put that up on screen. Give her a hand. Most High Christ, give her a hand. Now again, y'all saw it last week. It was in the is this the right one? Y'all saw it was in the ancient. This week is going to be in the Assyrian. So where you don't see the sentence we got coming up next. Now, what I didn't put in here was lakam or halakam. So this one is just saying she is cutting with the knife. All right. One of the words that Officer Mataz Zachariah added also in conjunction with knife was with. We learned that with is yum. So the words that y'all went over last week, you had sakan, right? Sakan for knife, and you also had yum, which you're going to use for with. All right. So again, now my sentence is just missing the bread. So this is saying she is cutting with the knife. My sentence is missing the bread. When I was reading it as you was reading, that's why I stopped for a second to make sure I didn't make no mistakes. So yeah, mine are just again just missing the bread. Now, when I was talking about the prepositions, right? When I was talking about the prepositions, right, and how you need to know those as far as your conjugation, the word that needed to be conjugated would have been knife. So Salaki would have been cutting. All right. So haya'ah, because we knew it was haya'ah, we knew to put that y in between karath, and also the ha on the end of that. Now, the way that we knew that, for anybody that's watching, as we're going to do a little quick refresher real quick before we go to the sentence, the way that we knew to do that is by this. Depending on what that word is and what tense it is, that determines how we're going to conjugate those words. All right, so just a quick refresher. Now, the word that we had was haya'ah, she. This first example is just like I or I am. If the subject pronoun was I or I am, and if I can make it a little bit smaller. All right, so that subject. So this is if the subject pronoun is I or I am. I'm going to scroll down and go past that. What the sentence that we just had was for she. All right, so if I go to she, And this is just so this stuff will make sense in your notes. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Yeah, I got the wrong one up. I don't have she on this one. All right, so the rules for she is just going to be the I. It's going to be the Y in between the first and second, and then you're going to add a tha at the end, or a ha, salaki, a ha at the end of it. This is the one that I wrote up. Is this it right here? It's actually the same rules for a tha. It's the same rules for a tha, but this is I wanted to show you how you ah. So let me stop this. Hold on, just to make sure y'all got the right stuff in your notes. Hold on. Let me open that real quick because the sentence that we're going to do, I'll tell you what it is now. The sentence that we're going to do. Well, first off, who knows what the word for fork is? Who knows what the word for fork is?
Salakia.
What you got, Princess Tazara?
I can't remember.
You can't remember? No problem. Okay, that's actually good. That's actually good. Reason being, that was going to be my next question. How do you find words? Let's say we're not in class, right? We're not in class. You're Aqua off the bar, Aqua off ride. Y'all texting back and forth in the Hebrew like y'all do every day. Then you come across a word that you haven't used, but you want to use it because all y'all speak is the Hebrew every day. All right. How would you find that word? Give Aqua Frya a hand. She's absolutely correct. The way that you pronounce fork in the Hebrew is mazalag. All right. Now, how would you find that Aqua Frya?
So I can
What's your
share.
cheat code? You can't go to Awesome Taz Akara either. You can't go to Awesome Taz Akara. What's your cheat code? How you find it?
I believe the answer is supposed to be the Blue Letter Bible.
That's one answer. That's one way. I accept that. How else can you find it?
Call the school and ask one of the preacher prophets.
Both sides Christ. That'll work as well, right? Let me see if I can find mine down here. It's a couple of different ways you can find it. You have a couple of different apps that you can go to. I have a couple of apps that I've downloaded on my phone that kind of give me I can find it quick if I'm not at the house. I'm not near any of my books. But what you want to get, your best reference. Where is it at? Salaki. I gotta do a little bending. Hold on. Your best reference is going to be what's called a Strong's Concordance. Where is my Strong's? Not Strong's like the drink, but Strong like the book. Oh, it's right there in my face. There you go. You want to get what's called a Strong's Concordance. When we're reading the Blue Letter Bible, right? When we're reading that Blue Letter Bible, and y'all see those little numbers by the different words, those numbers all are correlate back to an actual number inside of this book right here, one of these books right here that you see. It's called a Strong's Concordance. You see how thick it is, right? So with this, it's kind of like a dictionary for all your different Hebrew words, right? So in this Strong Concordance, let's say if I only knew the number, all of them in number, they're in order, I can go right to that number, and it'll let me know every instance that word is used inside the Bible. It'll let me know what instance is used, how it's used as a verb, as a noun. It also lets you know how to pronounce it, right? So it's the same. The Blue Letter Bible is like the shortcut for it. This is like the long way for it, all right? So again, if you don't have your Blue Letter Bible, you can't get to it, you can always use one of these as well. You can look it up in the English. If you know it in the Hebrew, you can look it up in the Hebrew. So let's say all you knew was Mazalah. If all you knew was Mazalah, like what the hell is that? What is Mazalah? Right? You could actually look in here. You can go to the Ma and to the Ah, and you can go right on down to Mazalah, and it'll tell you exactly what that is. All right. So the same way. Now, the reason why I say that is sometimes with that Blue Letter Bible, you might come across a word that isn't in the Old Testament, quote unquote Old Testament. And when you come across a word that's not in that quote unquote Old Testament, it can be a little bit harder to find because remember, that was translated to the Greek. That Strong's is going to have the Greek and the Hebrew in it. So again, it's the same method with the Blue Letter. You will find it in the Greek. Then you got to find it, some kind of correlation with it with the Hebrew. That Strong's will take you right to it. And that's just another way for you to find it. So you have multiple different ways to find it. The most important thing is you got a way to find it if need be. And again, you can always call the school as well. And that's what we're going to do. You call us, we don't know. I'm going to call Officer Mataz Akarai. He's going to call Officer Rashomon. And we're going to get right back to you, and you're going to have to work for it. That's just, again, just something that you will know for your own when you're not actually in class. That wasn't really explained to me in the beginning. And you might not see that depending on what class you're in. You know what I'm saying? That's not something that we go over all the time. So it's good to know that when you're on your own and you want to look up any kind of words or whatever for yourself. So the Blue Letter Bible is great. If you can't find in that Blue Letter Bible for any reason, again, that's Strong's Concordance. You should be able to find it. You'll be able to find it there. It's another tool online. Who's ever heard of two-letter lookup? Who's ever heard of that before? Nobody's ever heard of it before. It's a site called Two-Letter Lookup. And with that site, Two-Letter Lookup, you can go on Google and type in Two-Letter Lookup. And it'll actually, I'm trying to see if I put it up real quick. Might not have time tonight. Thought about it ahead of time. I would have pulled it up. Let's see. But with that, you can actually go in. Let's say you just know a couple of words, right? I'm going to see if I can show it on my screen. See if it act right. So on here, right? You see where it says two-letter lookup and then it says Hebrew. If I click on that, where is it at? It's going to be this one right here. There's one that says sur.ly. You want to click on it. And you'll see the other different ones that pop up. I just don't ever use those. This is the one that I use. I'm pretty familiar with. You will click there. So like it here. And whatever word that you were trying to find, see if I can make it a little bit bigger so y'all can actually see it. Oh, my bad. So the actual site is right here, right? I think. I ain't messed my site up, did they? No, here it is right here. Cool. All right, so this is the two-letter lookup site. All right, now the actual address for it is on twoletterlookup.com. You can look it up. You can pull it up that way. And so let's say we were trying to find fork, right? But all we knew was mazalah. The thing about this is going to look it up. It's going to look up the Hebrew word for it. So if you know the Hebrew, you can start from here. If I was trying to find out what that fork was, the first two letters are going to be the ma and the za. So I will click on ma. Where you at, ma? I will click on ma. And I will click on za. And what it's going to do is pull up all the words that start with ma and za. It'll be in alphabetical order, and I can go right down until I found mazalag. And you see if I scroll down right here, mazalag, it gives us all the different words that are that start with ma and za, right? And you'll see mazalag over here is a fork. All right. So this is another tool that you can use as far as finding different Hebrew words. Okay. So another tool that y'all want to add to your arsenal as far as you finding different words. So because I know Officer Mataz Akarai will ask you some stuff you ain't never heard before. Give you like 10 seconds to put it in, then he know you in there Googling. You know what I'm saying? So this is another tool y'all can use as far as finding different words. Another good site to have. So I'm gonna close them, stop that. All right. So you said mazalag is how you say fork. What about spoon? How would you say spoon? So knowing what we just learned, knowing we can go through the Blue Letter Bible, we can use the Strong Concordance, we can use two-letter lookup. What's the word for spoon? Who knows what the word for spoon is? And I'm just gonna get put it up on screen for the ones that we do know. All right, now Aqua Fryer said that mazalag was spoon, was fork. So what's the word for spoon? Who knows?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Aqua off the bar.
Would it be hamakat?
That's how you would say the spoon. Actually, no, hamakat is the us. Okay, so you're close. Spoon is actually cop. It's going to be cop. So now, where are you looking? Are you looking in the Blue Letter Bible?
La'a notes.
No, okay, in your notes. Okay, so how my cop would be the of the spoon or of the palm, actually of the palm. So that may have been inside of a word that we were actually reading. But when you look at it, that word for spoon is actually going to be kop, just like palm, just like palm. And you'll find that in some of our words as well, where they'll have multiple meanings. So kop means palm. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is it cop or my cop?
Kop.
Cop.
Yep, just kop. Yep.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
So in my notes for
You
the
got my
nails,
kop too.
for the kitchen items, I have makop.
All right, so it's gonna be kop.
Okay.
So just a little minor correction. Just a little minor correction there. It's gonna be cop instead of my cop. Now, depending again, like when that's one of the things about that blue letter Bible. Depending on how it's used in that sentence that you're using, right? When you pull it up in that blue letter Bible, you kind of want to scroll all the way down and kind of see the different ways it can be used, because it can be a noun, it can be a verb. So it may have that ma in the beginning of it. But you want to get back to that root word of what that actual root word that noun by itself would be, and spoon would be cop. All right, spoon would be cop. So the first one we did was fork. So let me bring that one over.
Salakia, sir.
I hear you.
So for the fork, is that supposed to be zalag or is it mazalag?
It's mazalag. Fork is mazalag. Yeah,
Okay.
fork is mazalag. You were correct with that one.
Okay. The water.
Oh, no problem. No problem. No sweat, Officer Mataz Zachariah. It's our fault. We won't say it's his fault. That's our fault. Sometimes when we pull the stuff up, we got to come back and make a little minor correction. So so that's going to be cop for spoon. And let me go ahead and get that and put that one up on screen also so you can see it. All right, so for spoon, and again, now that's another good example of how you'll have words that spelt the same, look the same, but they have different meanings. And you will see that even when you're looking inside of the blue letter Bible. Well, that one word, it might have several different meanings. Another good example is lakam. Lakam, we know lakam as bread, but lakam could also mean war, right? So again, different words spelt the same, just might have different meanings behind them. And it's the same thing when you see the same thing in English as well. And a lot of that, again, is just going to come with practice, with practice. So now we know knife, we know fork, we know spoon, we know whiff. What about napkin? How would you say napkin? Now, napkin is a good one where I'm not exactly sure if you will find that in the ancient. Now, I could be wrong. I mean, check. I didn't check before we started. Napkin might be one that we might not be able to find in the Old Testament, right? We might be. I'm thinking that maybe you can, but I'm gonna check and see. All right, so it is. So like when I search napkin, right? When I search napkin in the blue letter Bible, it only shows up in Luke, and John. It doesn't show up in the Old Testament. So when I click on it, right? When I go to click on it, it's going to be all. Matter of fact, that might be a good one for you to see. This is why, again, it's kind of good to have that strong concordance as well. So I'm gonna stop this real quick, right? I'm gonna stop this, and then we're gonna. I think we're doing actually pretty good on time, though. We're doing really good on time. And I think this is one of them things that we don't get a chance to do quite often, so it's good to see. All right, so let's see. So right now, this is the blue letter Bible that we have, right? So let's say I want to find a word. You'll see all the, or you can't see it on your screen. I can see it on mine. All the different words I've searched over time that popped up, right? So I want to look up the word napkin. Now, when I look up the word napkin only comes up in Luke and John. All right, Luke and John. Now, Aqua Friar, she got it. It is Mapayath. It is Mapayath. Now, how did you find it, Aqua Friar? So I'll let you answer first.
Salakia, sir. I went over my vocabulary, and you all went over that.
Oh, okay, so you got them old master class notes over there. Master class. No, all right, most time, correct. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, so when we look at it in our blue letter Bible, you see it's only in John, Matthew, and Luke. So when I go to the interlinear for that, right, it's going to be in the Greek, and we don't study Greek. So it can throw you off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're looking at. It can kind of throw you off a little bit because again, we don't study the Greek. Now, Over here, you'll have your English on your left-hand side, right? So I'm going to look for it. I have no idea what none of this stuff over here is saying because it's in all Greek, right? But here's napkin right here. And now that same strong concordance that I told you about, remember I told y'all about those numbers for the strong concordance? Those numbers go all, if the Hebrew and it's the Greek. So even though it's in the Greek here, if I click on G 4676, this is going to give me the Greek of that word napkin, right? But if I scroll all the way down, what should it give me? It should give me the do I gotta go over here to get to it? Here we go. Nope, that's not it either. That's the feminine version of it. This is why when I get anything in the New Testament, normally I go straight to my strong concordance to find it, because it's a little bit harder to find it in the Blue Letter Bible. Am I gonna have to switch it up? Okay, so that's what we would have to do. I bet. So now that we got that number, right? That G. Now that we got that number, that G4676, now I would actually have to go to the actual Strong's. And when I went into the actual Strong's, then it would tell me what that word was in the Hebrew. That's how I would get Mapayath. All right. Once I go, but I would have to go back and refer that back to that number in the Strong's. So again, that's why I say if it's anything in the New Testament, I like to have that Strong's. Or I could have went to that site that I showed you, the 2-letter lookup. That'll work. If you have a Hebrew app on your phone, that'll work as well. Where it'll type that in, and that's just a word that wasn't utilized in the Old Testament. And that's all that is. Just how the word for what car is makarah. Well, they didn't have no cars back then. Now we know chariots, but they didn't really have cars back then. So as time changes and more things are introduced into the language, you'll get words that you won't find. You won't really find in that Old Testament. And this is one of them. All right. So when I go into the G4676 in the Strong's, it's going to come up as Mapayath, just like Aquaf have it right here. All right. So again, that's actually good. I'm glad we was able to see that. You'll see why it's kind of good to know both of them. It's good to know both of them. So I'm going to stop this. And we're going to put that up on screen, and then we're going to get to the sentence that we're going to be doing. All right. So normally by the time like we get to class and we introducing new words and all that, we've already kind of done the homework on researching that word, the etymology of that word, getting back to where it is. And so we just kind of give y'all the output, the results of it. This way you'll be able to kind of find it on your own. So again, that strong concordance, that 2-letter lookup, is a really good tool. It's a really good tool. I use that. It's real. It can be kind of fast. It can be very, when you're looking for something really quick, you can find it. I have other apps as well, but the white man is a devil, so they always want you to kind of pay for something. So it's hard to find a free app that actually give you everything you need. What we'll probably do one of these days, what I'll probably do is just how we're doing today, going over the Blue Letter Bible, 2-letter lookup. Maybe one of these days we'll go over the different apps that some of us have that we use. I know Officer Mataz Akarai has a great app. I haven't downloaded it yet. That he uses, but he tells me how good it is. I think he said he had to pay for it like once. So we'll see. Maybe that's what we'll do next. We'll kind of go over the different tools that we're using, different apps that we have. And I think that'll be good as well. It's very difficult to find one with the ancient. Also, Mataz Zachariah has on that app that he had that actually does pull up the ancient. So I think that'll be a good one that we'll add to our arsenal as well. So for napkin, the word is going to be mapayath. Mapayath. Mapayath is how you're going to say napkin in the Hebrew. Mapayath is how you would say napkin. Now, even though we pull up these words like with the different apps and so forth, right? The way that they pronounce it, just like when we're reading the Blue Letter Bible, the way that the devil pronounces it is always different from us. They don't talk the way that we talk. They add I's and U's and O's and givers and V's and all the stuff that we didn't have in our language. So if they were pronouncing this Mapayath, it wouldn't even sound the same. It wouldn't sound so. Even though we're getting it from them, we're still reading it in the actual Hebrew. All right, so now we know knife, we know whisk, we know fork, we know spoon, and we know napkin. Our sentence for today is going to be the fork and spoon are on the table. Think we're missing one. What word we didn't go over? It's a word we didn't go over to make this sentence. What word didn't we go over?
Salakia, sir.
What you got, Aqua, off the bar?
Table.
Table. Quick draw. Quick draw McGraw's on. She said we need table. We can't do this sentence without the word table. She's absolutely correct. Who knows what the word for table is? Does anybody know what the word for table is? I see a hand. Princess Tazara, what you got?
Table is shalakhan.
Shalakhan, right? No sign of Christ. Shalakhan is how you would say table. Okay, so let's get that one over there. Give her a hand. Good job. Shalakhan is how you would say table. All right, so let's put that one over there. Now we can make our sentence, right? Aqua off the bar. We got everything we need. All right, Most High Christ, Shalakhan. So Shalakhan is how you would say table. Shalakhan. All right. Another reason why I like to use the Assyrian. Well, I like it because again, Officer Mataj Zachariah does a lot with the ancient. Then you get to see the Assyrian over here. That Assyrian, because of those characters on the end, they switch up, they change, they can look the same. That cha looks just like the tha, looks just like the ha. That na looks like the ra, like the da. So again, I think it's kind of good for you to see them all, just to help, so you be able to figure out what's what you read. All right. So now we have everything. I think we got everything we need now. So the sentence is going to be the fork and spoon are on the table. So what do we need first? How will we start this out? We're going to build it together. How will we start this out? The fork and spoon are on the table.
Salakia.
What you got?
We will first need shalakhan.
Sure. Table way down here. We start out with table.
Wait, never mind. That don't sound right.
So we need the fork and spoon, right?
Yes.
So how would I say the fork? Because that would be the first word. How would I say the fork? I don't see no hands now.
Salakia, sir.
Okay, what you got, Aqua off the bar?
Ha Mazalab.
Ha Mazalah. Most High Christ. Y'all agree? Do y'all concur?
Sir.
Most High Christ. So first word is going to be Ha Mazalah. Hold on, let me get back to my page. Actually, that's not going to be right, is it? That might not work because of how we got it. Hold on. Might not work. That might not work. Nope, I don't need no help. Close that. We might have to see the thing about the Hebrew, because it starts from the right to the left, sometimes your word will act a little crazy as far as you putting stuff in order. So let's just write it down for now, then I put it all together. All right, so the first word is going to be Hamazalag, right? Hamazalag is going to be first. Then what's next? What do you have next? So Hamazalag, what will be next?
Salakia, sir.
What you got?
Wahaka.
Okay. I say y'all agree with that? Or is it ha makap or ha kap? Or Salakia? Wa kap, Salakia.
Salakia, sir.
What you got, Aqua Friday?
I would say Waha Kop.
So
That
y'all
you
being
have
real
the
formal.
and the.
So y'all being real formal. So it's the fork and the spoon is what y'all saying. Is that what y'all saying? The fork and the spoon?
Oh, I guess you don't need the.
You don't, but if y'all want to put it there, we could. It still would be correct. It's just a little bit more formal. That's all. So we could say ha mazalag wakap or ha mazalag wahakap. That makes sense. So
Contact.
y'all. So which one y'all want? Y'all want to go? Y'all want to be real formal? We're gonna go wahakap then, and the spoon. Y'all some bougie Negro. Y'all some bougie Israelites. Some bougie Israelites and Judites tonight. I got you. No side crack. Wahakap. All right. So ha mazalag wa wahakap. All right. And what else? What's next? What's next, should I say? Now, do we have a word for R or on?
Salakia.
What you got, Aqua?
Al
There you go.
Hashalakan.
You done gave us the whole thing. Most High in Christ. Y'all agree with her? Y'all agree with her? Yeah, we didn't go over that word for on or upon, but you remember that word for upon. That's going to be al. All right, that's going to be al. So that would be al ha. And you put the ha in there for the and then table shalakan. Ha thashal salakia. I'm confusing myself now. Al ha shalakan. All right. So I'm just let me write it out because I'm writing it out over here on mine because if I do it in word, it's gonna throw the sequence off. So let's see. She said ow. Said it so fast. I ain't even had time to write it down. She said it so fast. Good job, Princess Tazara. There we go. And then ha. And then Shalakan. All right. And then I'm just gonna bring it over to the regular page. Where's my All right, so I'm just gonna bring it over. I didn't even realize y'all could see my mouse moving around. Probably wondering what is it doing. Let's make it big enough so everybody can see it. All right, so this would be the sentence for ha mazalag wa hakap al ha shalakan. And that's saying the fork and the spoon are on the table. Everybody agree with it? All right, so now I'm finna throw a little monkey wrench in there, right? What if I was to say his fork and spoon are on the table? What would I change?
Salakia.
What you got, Princess Tazarai?
You would change the beginning.
What would I change the beginning to? You got it. I bet you got it. I bet you got it. What would I change the beginning to? If I was to say his fork and spoon are
You would
on the table.
change. Salakia. You would change the to a wa.
So it would be, so pronounce it for me. How would you pronounce it? I think you're correct. I think you got it, but how would you pronounce it?
It would be wa mazalag.
You sure to go at the beginning?
Yes.
Hold on, let's see. You sure? Y'all agree? Both of y'all agree. So y'all saying why Mazalag? Is that what everybody's saying? I see two
Salakia,
heads.
sir.
Okay, what you got, Aqua Fry?
That would be the possession of the fork and the spoon, correct?
That would be correct. It'd be possessed. So that's going to be what your possessive adjectives, right? Let me pull that back up again. Let me pull that one back up again. So what are you agreeing or disagreeing? What's your stance, Aqua Fry?
Salakia, sir. I would agree with that.
You would agree with that. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. I'm going to open this back up again. I'm going to open up my possessive adjectives again, right? Let's see.
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
You making us feel like we're missing something.
Think you might be missing something.
Okay.
But it's okay. It's okay.
But hold on. Let us think about it. Hold on.
It's all right. I'm gonna pull this up to help you out a little bit, though. I'm gonna pull this up to help you out a little bit. Y'all right there. So if I pull up my possessive adjectives, right? Where do my possessive adjectives go?
Salakia. They're at the end. Salakia.
Hey, Salakia.
Do it again, sis. They're at the end.
Salakia. It's the Mazalagwa.
Most High in Christ. Give her a hand. It will be Mazalagwa. It will be Mazalagwa if it was her fork and spoon. Mazalag Ha if it was our fork and spoon. Mazalag Nawa. Mazalag Nawa. You know what I'm saying? Again, and that's how you would make it possessive. Because it's not a I or he or she at the beginning that takes the place of the conjugation, because the actual noun is going to be the actual noun is going to be the fork. So like it, not the, it's going to be the fork. So that's what would change. So again, so his fork, her fork, my fork, your fork, that will go at the end of that word right there. Does that make sense to everybody? That makes sense. Okay. All right. I think that was a pretty good lesson. I think that was good. Y'all give yourselves a hand. Y'all give yourselves a hand. Y'all did a great job with that. They give you some more words to put into your repertoire. Let me stop this. Give you more words to put into your repertoire. Also, another sentence. More stuff that we can actually use. You also got to see how that would change if it's possessive. How that would actually change, the different conjugation with it, and from there you can again, kind of build and add, build a bear, make your own sentences and so forth. So, I think I did a great job with that. So again, the fork and spoon are on the table. Ha mathalag, wa hakap al hashalakan. That's how you would say the fork and spoon are on the table. His fork and spoon will be mazalag wa, or mazalag ha, mazalag nawa, and everything else will stay the same after that. All right. Y'all did a great job. Give yourself another hand. All right. So now, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I thought I had it right. I think last week we stopped at Leviticus 23 and 37. Was that correct? We stopped at 37, which would mean we are going to pick up at Leviticus 23 and 38. Who knows how many verses is in Leviticus 23? How many verses is in Leviticus 23? Who knows?
Salakia, sir.
What you get?
44.
That's right, 44. Most High Christ. It's 44 verses. So we got about six or so forth left. Let's save. No, I want you to resume. I want you to no, just close that. All right, close that. Slack it. They be adding so much with this doggone AI. You got Copilot and Google, and everybody want to tell you what to do. All right, but you are absolutely correct. It's 44, so we got 6 to do. That should be like 2 for everybody, if I'm not mistaken. 8, yeah, I think so. Might be one more. Let's get that up on screen. We're gonna knock that out, and then we're gonna move on to the actual scriptures for Abadah Shabbat tomorrow, which is gonna start at Leviticus chapter 14 and verse 26. All right, so let's go ahead and get that up. All right, what I'm gonna do is go to the quick nav. Where is it at? We can go to quick now. We're in Leviticus, and this is chapter 23. And again, for anybody that's watching, this is what we read each High Holy Day, Memorial Day. This is what we for Passover. We're reading Leviticus 23. So it's very important to be familiar with these scriptures and go from there. It's also another good example of why you want to be in one of these old fake groups. These fake groups celebrate the moon and the stars and Lucky Charms and everything else. So another good example why you want to be right in here where you're supposed to be. All right, let me see. Why does it look different? Oh, here we go. All right, so spread that out. You should be able to see it on screen. Who want to set it off with Leviticus 23 and 18? Who's gonna set it off? Like I said, we're gonna probably double up. Everybody gonna get 2. And that should take us to the end. And then we're gonna get to the scriptures for Avodah Shabbat tomorrow. So who wants to set it off tonight?
So lucky, sir.
I hear you.
I'll do 38 and 39.
All right, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. All right. All right, man. If the devil, the Bible speaking, they have people, I think, 3 times now in Venezuela. And it shot up about 3 fisher boats in Venezuela. You don't hear nothing about it on the news. 3 times they done did this mess. All right. All right, whenever you are ready.
All right, Salakia, sir.
Yep.
Malabad.
Malabad, yep.
Shabbat Af. Shabbat Thaf.
Shabbathath, yep. Shabbathath.
Yahweh.
You got it.
Wamalabad.
Yep.
Martha Nawa Dayakam.
What was I crying? Made that sound so easy. I would have still been working on it. I'm over here still trying to process myself. Ready to do it. All right, what's that cry?
Wamalabad.
Okay.
Cow. Nada Rayakam. Wamalabad. Cow. Na Darayak. Nada Rayakam.
Nadabawathyakam.
Nadabawathyakam. Oh, Salaki. Yep. Hold on. Wamalabad. Wait a minute. Where'd I go? Oops. Hold on.
Thank you, Myth One. Well, actually,
highlight for me, Salaki, sir.
Can you see it?
Oh, man. Okay. Ashar.
Yep.
Tathanwa or Tathanawa. Tathanawa. Laya Hawa.
Most High Christ. Give our hand. I'm gonna read it in English. You can regroup for the next one. Right. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 38. Besides the Sabbath of the Most High, and besides your gifts, and beside all your vows, and beside all your freewill offerings, which ye give unto the Most High. All right. Christianity taught us you ain't got to give nothing to the Lord, but a little bit of dance, a little shout, roll on the floor, cry a little bit. You cry, that's extra. You get extra points for crying. Cry a little bit, put some money in the bucket, you good to go. You can go out, continue in sin. My son, my daughter. All right. We on the next one. Make sure we can see it all. Okay. And give Akbar for a high hand. She the biggest one. That's sisterhood for you, boy. She gonna hold it down. All right.
Salaki, sir.
You got it.
Ak.
You got it.
Bakamasha.
Bakamasha. Yep.
Ashar. Yawam. La Qadash.
Okay.
Hashabaya Aya,
Yep.
Ba'asap, Ba'asapkam,
Yep.
Af,
You got it.
Ta, Tabawa'af,
Yep.
Ha'arataza,
You know it.
Ta, Kagawa,
Yep.
Af, Kag,
Cog.
Yahweh,
Yep.
Shaba'ith, Yam
Yep.
Yam, Bayawam,
Yep.
Hara Ashawan, Hara Ashawan,
Yep.
Shab, Shaba Shabathawan, Waba Yam, Waba Yawam,
All right.
Hashamayan, mm, Hashamayayan,
Hashamayanya. Yep.
Shab, Shabathwan.
All right. Most High Christ. This is where that number practice really come in handy. We know you see a lot of numbers in there. Kamashim, Shamayanya, no, for 8 and then
Salakia,
5. Yep.
those flowed smoothly.
Yep. 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 So this is where you see a lot of those numbers at, which is good, just so you be able to see. Once you learn one, everything kind of builds on itself. Everything kind of builds on itself. So this is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 39. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Most High 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. So it's letting us know we came together. You know what I'm saying? We ain't come together for no weekend like they do on the slavery because we got to get permission to leave their plantation. We came together for 7 days, for 8 days. Just to show our heritage again and our culture. And I don't know about you, but every time I was younger, and I would go like to a family reunion before they got to fighting. Now, you always are nostalgic when you leave, or you're sad before you, because it's we just got here. Now it's time to go already. I ain't seen such and such in years. It's my first time seeing it. Maybe they ain't make the last one. So now it's been 2-3 years or whatever. Sometimes you go to a family reunion, you ain't seen your people in 10, 15 years. Yeah, and it's sad for us. You will see them when they Princess Tazara age. Next time you see them, they our age. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Officer, y'all got our age. Next time you see them, it's been 20, 30 years since you done seen your cousins. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of this oppression. It's because of this slavery, and this is not how the Lord intended for it to be. All right. You see these damn devils more than you see your own family members, and that's slavery. That's slavery. Yabba Shimon Shabbat obviously Yabba Khan in the building checking in. The water for you joining us. Obviously Yabba Khan. All right, we got who got the next two? Who got the next two? Who got the next two? We are at Leviticus 23 and 40. We almost there. We almost there. We almost there. Who got the next two? I got Princess Tazara. Her hand is up. All right, Princess Tazara. She said, "I'm gonna take me one. I'm gonna take one of these old monsters too. Most High crack." All right, whenever you are ready. Let me get it centered up just right. Yep, that's good. Whenever you are ready, knock it on out.
Wa la qua ka thumb.
Yep, while clock them.
Lakam.
You got it.
Bayawam.
By your one. Yep, all day.
Hara Shawan.
Yep,
Haraya.
yep.
Aitaza.
Itazar. Yep.
Hadara.
Hadar.
Hadar.
Yep.
Kapath.
Kapath.
Tamarayam.
Bamarayam.
Wa Ainop.
Why not? You got it.
Aitaza.
Itazar. Most High Christ.
Abath.
Abath. Yep.
Wa Irabaya.
Why Arabia.
Nash. Nako.
Machal. Good job.
Washa. Wait. Washam. Akatham.
Washamakatham. Good job.
Lapana.
Yep. Lapanya.
La. Lapanya. Ya. Yahweh.
You got it.
Alahayakam.
Alahayakam. Good job.
Shabbath.
Shabaith.
Yum yum.
Yum yum. Most High Christ. Give a hand. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Now. Be honest. But that's all it take, young man David. And then you know what else, young man David? You gotta start jumping on the screen. Jump on the screen and say it out loud. You're gonna be surprised just how good you are. And there's nothing wrong with rewatching classes. And it just takes practice. That's all. It takes practice. I was doing Spanish for a minute. I got a little discouraged and stopped. But I'm gonna get back on. But then I'll be out in public and I'll say a couple things. And the brothers, the Latino brothers, look at me like, "Yo, you habla español?" I'm like, "Hold on, now, a little bit. I'm Quito." But a couple of them be like, "No, you speak it. You know what I'm saying? A lot better than what I thought." So no, you just keep on watching. You will be very surprised what you do know. You'll be very surprised what you do know. And when you get the chance, jump on the screen. It's, that peer pressure, something else ain't aqua off the bar. That peer pressure is something else. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. You did a great job with that. Princess Tazariah. The House of Karai make it look easy, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. The House of Karai make it look very easy. You know what I'm saying? But this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 40. And you shall take you on the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook, and you shall rejoice before the Most High, your power 7 days. So again, when we got together, and that's just how awesome, how great a father we got. When we got together, we got together. You know what I mean? And it's just because we are underneath this damn oppressor that just wants to see you work until you're gone, which is why we come together when we can, a little time that we can, and then we can't no more. You know, and it's always nostalgic. But we, Lord willing, we gonna get it back. And when we do get it back, I hope the way he worked us is how his ass. I mean, Salakia, how they gonna be worked? How they gonna work the same way off the bar? They gonna work the same. I don't know if I'm letting them have family reunions on my plantation. You gotta be your family right here. It's cotton. It's gonna be your family. All right, Aqua after Princess Tyler, right? You got one more.
Wa. Kagatham.
Wahagatham. Yep.
Athawa.
Afwa.
Kaga.
Chag.
Kag.
You got it.
La Yahal.
La
Waha.
Yahweh.
Shabbath.
You got it. Shabaith.
Yum yum.
Yep.
Bashanaha.
Bashana.
Kawa. Ka.
That's a rough one there. Kakwaf.
Kakwa.
Yeah, kakwaf. Goodness great. No wonder the Lord didn't
Ilam.
want to build in statues. All right, what you got?
Ilam.
I will learn. Most High Christ.
La Dara. Sa. Kam.
Let the Raphia come. Yep.
Qadash.
Qadash.
Ha. Shabaya. Ya. Aya.
Hashabayaya. Yep. Most High Christ.
The. Kagawa.
The Kagawa.
Ithwa.
Afwa. Most High Christ. I'll give her a hand. Good job. And we're going to read it in the English. Leviticus chapter 23, verse 41. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in the year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations, and ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. So we had specific instructions. We were never supposed to let these traditions die out. They were never supposed to stop. So when Christ talks about being reborn again, and Christ talks about, you know what I'm saying, go sin and go sin no more. If it wasn't for Yahweh, we would all be cut off. Because we didn't grow up doing none of this. We didn't grow up we didn't grow up giving no feast to the Most High. So we would all be cut off. You know what I mean? So this is the purpose of Christ. Christ got rid of that sacrificial law, but that was it. Everything else, once we came back in, we were supposed to reestablish these things. The Bible talks about rehearsing the righteous acts. And that's what we're doing here. We're preparing and getting ready. Christ said, what if he came back and it was already a fire kindled? You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing now. We killing this fire. All right, Aqua, have to bar you up. You got Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 42. Verse 42. You line it on up. Get you ready. All right, Most High Christ, whenever you are ready.
All right, Salakia. Basakath.
Basakath, you got it.
Dashabawa.
Dashabawa, yep.
Shaba'if.
Yep.
Yam.
You got it.
Cow.
Mm-hmm. Ha'azaraka, yep. Bayashala.
Salaki.
That's right. That's all you two are.
Yashabawa.
You got it.
Basakath.
Most High Christ. Give my hand. Most High Christ. All right, I'm going to read it in the English. You did a great job. This is Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 42. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths. All right, next up is going to be Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 43. Most High Christ. And right, Aqua Zaraka Salakia. She did a great job. All right, this is Leviticus chapter 23 and 43. Line it up. All right, whenever you're ready.
Lama'ain. Yadaiwa.
Yep.
Darathicum.
Most High Christ. Generations.
Kaya. Salakia.
Yep. That's what.
Basakawath.
Most High Christ. Hawashabathia. Yep. Most High Christ. You got it.
Vanya.
Yep.
Yasha'Allah.
Most High Christ. We know who they are.
Say it with your chest.
Bahatawa. Bahawataza Yaya.
Most High Christ. Bahataza Yaya. Salakia. Bahataza Yaya. Most High Christ. Good job.
Awathamwa.
Awafma. Got it.
Ma'arataza. Matazarayam.
Egypt. Got it.
Anya.
Anya.
Salakia.
Deuteronomy.
Yahweh.
Yep.
Alahakiam.
Alahayakam. Most High Christ. Y'all give her a hand. Good job. Like it was nothing. Like you were reading English. Most High Christ. This is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 43. That your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High, your power. All right. So this is another. You get some of them fake Israelite groups be all in the woods. They be all in the woods. You know what I'm saying? And again, this isn't the time for that. This isn't the time for that. This is when he brought us out of Egypt. And this isn't something that we did when we were in captivity. You know what I mean? Some of us already living out in the damn woods, unfortunately. So many stories you will see of our people and how bad they're living on the streets. I saw a video earlier today, broke my heart. Young brother, 17, already there, put him out. 17 years old and put him out on the street. He don't know where to go. You know what I mean? And that's all because we are in captivity. All because we're in captivity. All right. Y'all did so great. I'm gonna read the last one. I'm gonna read the last one since y'all did so great. You know what I'm saying? Why you the Bama Shah Ath Madaya Salakia my idea Yahweh Al Banya Yashala. All right, and I'm going to read it in the English. And Moses, Salakia, this is Leviticus chapter 23, verse 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Most High. And this is the end of Leviticus chapter 23. Give y'all self a hand. Y'all did great. Y'all did a great job. A great job with that one. Again, and this is what we read every holy day, every Memorial Day. We go through Leviticus 23 and 44. On Sunday, we're going to go through the whole thing. I know, right, Aqua Friday, that one right there was rough right there, but I got through it. I got through it, young man, David. I got through it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's about. You just persevere. Persevere. You know what I'm saying? Our scriptures for tomorrow started, I think, Leviticus chapter 14 and 26. What we're going to do, we were right up on the time. Y'all did a great job tonight. Officer Mataz Akra brought out last week. It's so much that y'all do every class. Every class, y'all go over a ton of stuff each class. Most High Christ, young man David said that's the one he needed. Look, I know, right? Come on up in here. We'll slide you a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind sliding you a couple of them. You know what I mean? Come on up. We can't let Aqua Fry get all the little ones. She can't get all the smalls. You know what I'm saying? We slide you a couple of them. You feel me? I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing. All right, so we're going to Leviticus 14 and 26 is where we're starting at for tomorrow. I think what we're going to do is I might just read that last verse or read that verse and we're going to call it a night. Y'all did a great job reading tonight. Unless y'all want to read. Now, if y'all want to, y'all let me know. We just go over the time. If not, I'll try to get y'all out of here on time. What you got, Aqua Fry?
It's only 3 verses. We can knock them out. Tazariah, you got the first one, sis.
See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Y'all see the dedication in the get up in the hand. That's what I'm talking about. He said, no, we got that. We got that. Say, wait, Officer Mataz Akarabi, he take us at 9:47 something night. We can do these 3 little lines right here. Most High Christ.
Mommy, I can hear you laughing. I can hear your laughter from up here.
All right. Here's Leviticus chapter 14, verse 26. Whenever you are ready, Princess Tazariah.
Waman.
Waman.
Hashaman.
Hashaman, Most High Christ.
Yatazakwa.
Yatazakwak. Yo, Salaki. Yatazak. That's a rough from that too. Yatazak.
Yatazak. Ha-Kahan.
You got it, the priest.
Al.
That's how you need to put that on the table. Most High Christ.
Cop.
Which could be spoon, but in this case, palm.
Ha-Kahan.
Most High Christ.
Lashawan. Yav.
Ha Shama Allah. Ha Shama Allah. Shama Allah Yaf. Shama Allah Yas. Shama Allah Yaf. Most High Christ. Tongue twister. Give her a hand. Good job. All right, so this is Leviticus chapter 14, verse 26. And the priest shall pour of the oil into the palm of his own left hand. Most High Christ. All right, who up next? Verse 27.
Salakia, sir. I'll go.
Okay, that'll work. All right, whenever you're ready.
Wahazah.
Wahazah. Yep, no, Wahazah. Right.
Hakahan.
Salaki, you were right. Wahazaha. Wahazah.
Hakahan.
Hakahan.
Bahataza. Tazabaiwa.
Yep. Wahatazabayawa.
Okay, good.
Hayam. Nope. Hayam Nayath.
Ha yum
Nah. Yeah.
ha yum Salaki. That's boy. Ha yum nayaf. Ha yum nayaf.
Hayam Nayah.
Yeah, I get all them knives and they throw me off.
Man. Hashaman.
Hashaman.
Ashar. Al.
Yep.
Kapwa.
Kapwa.
Hashama Alayath.
Okay. Most High Christ.
Shabai.
You got it. Or Shabai. Yep.
Shabai. Pa'imaya.
Yep.
Yum.
Pa'amium.
Lapanya. Yahweh.
Most High in Christ. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think you're muted, Aqua of the Bar. It's coming through Aqua of Raya mic, I think. Oh, y'all did it on purpose. Okay, most High.
We didn't have the reverb.
Yeah, yep. Nope, I understand. Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. I couldn't even tell until I read young man David comment. So most High in Christ. Good job. One didn't have got fixed, but y'all fixed. All right, so this is Leviticus chapter 14, verse 27. And the priest shall sprinkle with his right finger some of the oil that's in his left hand 7 times before the Lord. Everything that we had was real specific. It's very specific. This whole new concept of do what you want to do. The Lord's still gonna love you. That was never ever our culture. The first time, you know what I'm saying? Most High Christ, Aqua Vazaraka said, young Solomon in there, he ended up speaking in Hebrew too. They probably gonna catch on faster than us, though. To be honest, though, they're probably gonna catch on a lot faster than us, especially if they're going over it every day. Like they'll catch on real quick with it. You know what I mean? A lot of our Latino brothers, so they speak what's called Spanglish because they grow up learning English and Spanish at the same time. So he'll probably speak it very fast if you keep him in class, Aqua Fazara Casa. Most High Christ for that. You know what I'm saying? Most High Christ. But yeah, again, everything that we do is very specific. The story you read in the Bible where the ark got ready to fall and one of the officers ran there to try to grab it. It was just falling. Most High killed him right there on the spot because that wasn't his order. That wasn't his job to do. With everything that we do is very, very specific, and it's always been that way. It's always been that way. This new do what you want to do. That's Christianity, and really what it is you can do what you want to do as long as you stay in sin. That's what keeps you in power.
Translated enough.
I'm sorry, what you got up, my friend?
Okay, nothing. I'm just getting myself together.
I got you. She winding up. Most High Christ. All right. Okay. All right. So this is the last one for the night. Aqua Ryan's gonna read through it like it was nothing. The McCain Hebrew extraordinaire here. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Salakia, sir. What? Wanathan?
You got it.
Hakahan.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yep.
Hashaman.
Yep.
Ashar. Al. Kapwa. Al. Thanawak.
Yep.
Hazan. Hamatahar.
Hamatahar, yep.
Hayamana.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
Right. Jump twister. Hayaman. Hayamana Yaf.
Hayamana, you said it right. Hayamana Yaf. Gotta make myself say it because I'm gonna have to be the one reading it. Ma, you got it. Go ahead.
Wa'al.
Al.
Bahan.
Most High Christ.
Yadwa.
Yep.
Hayamana Yaf.
You got it.
Wa'al.
All right.
Bahan.
You got it.
Regalwa.
Yep.
Hayamana. That name.
Let me get you 3 times.
That. Hayamana Yaf.
You got it. Look.
Makwawam.
Yep.
Dam.
Yep. Blood.
Ha'asham.
Most High Christ. Go ahead. Great job. Great job. I'm gonna read it from the top. Yeah, y'all done messed up. Y'all be reading these names so fast. Look, we can some Tyler right. Hey, you gonna want to do all 49 of them. Watch. I'm trying to tell y'all what's gonna happen, man. All right, this is Leviticus chapter 14 and verse 28. And the priest shall put of the oil that is in his hand upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot, upon the place of the blood of the trespass offering. And that priest was going to do exactly what he was told to do. He wasn't going to say, just rub your hands in it. You know what I'm saying? Get it all over. You really messed up. Put it in, he ain't do all that because that wasn't what the Lord said to do. And as long as we have that spirit, we're going to be just fine. We are in some difficult and rough times, and it seems very complicated, but it's a very simple thing. Just do what the Lord said do. I remember being Princess Tazarah age, and the whole world, it's just so difficult. Everything was so difficult, Princess Tazarah. What the hell is going on? You're so angry, and they say it's hormones, and really all it is, I just didn't want to do what nobody was telling me to do. That's all it really was, man. That's what it always boiled down to. It's so easy just to follow instructions. Y'all did a great job tonight. Give yourselves another hand, another round. Y'all finished all of Leviticus 23. Y'all read your scriptures for class tomorrow. Leviticus 14. Learned a brand new sentence. Y'all did y'all had about 4 classes in one night. 4 classes. So maybe, just maybe, all sometimes I might take a little lightness. I don't know. I'm not making no promises. I ain't making no promises. But we gonna see. But y'all did a great job tonight. For anybody out there watching, again, it's just that easy. You jump in class, you'll be reading it just the same. Princess Tazarah. What's going on, Princess Tazarah? What you got planned for the night?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I hope I get domashi for dinner.
Said domashi, what's that?
It's a ramen place I enjoy.
Oh, it's like DOMISH something like that. Okay, yeah, I think I've seen it before. I ain't no big ramen fan, but I like the ramen noodles with the little packages. You just sprinkle your stuff over. That's.
I also like those.
Yeah, they be charging too much for them other ones, but ain't nothing wrong with that. You did a great job tonight. You deserve some ramen. You did enough for some ramen tonight. Yeah, you did enough for some ramen tonight. So good job. Congratulations on your appointment, Most High Christ. You know what I'm saying? Young man David said if he brought his children on Sunday, do they need to be in all black? That's you on this journey. Let them kids be kids. That's you walking this journey. Let them kids be kids for right now. They'll get their chance very soon. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you got boys or girls or what you got, young man. Dave, you got sons or daughters or both. But nah, that's that they unless they ready to, you know what I'm saying, be young men to be troopers. Nah, they'll be too wild. As long as you in all black, you're gonna cover the whole family. They're gonna be just fine. But yeah, let me know what you got. If you got young men or young girls though. But that's great. We look forward to seeing you too, young man, David. But the Wild Princess Tazarah. Oh, they're adult boys and girls. Well, definitely the sister does not. Now, if the brother is signing in class and he wants to be, he ready to be a young man, he ready to be a trooper, he's signing in, then come. But if he isn't, you know what I'm saying, and he's just coming, he's still observing or whatever, that's fine. He can come as he is. But yeah, if he ready to jump in the war with daddy, tell him getting all black so he be ready. If he's been signing in and all of that, then he wants to be in all black as well. But most high in Christ, most high in Christ. I look forward to seeing you and your family. That's why I got some adult boys too, and I can't get there. I need to save my life. I'm trying, young man, David. Trying to get hard head, Princess Tazarai. But the water, congratulations on your appointment as well, Princess Tazarai. You can hold it down. Iron sword on. Don't let them. Don't give them no breaks. Give them no breaks up in there. Most high in Christ. Aqua off the bar.
Salakia, sir.
You ain't at home.
La, sir. I am not at home.
Most high in Christ. How you doing tonight?
I'm Tawab, sir.
You did a great job tonight.
The water.
You ain't ask no questions. You got all your questions out last week. You ain't ask no questions. I was waiting on you. You ain't ask no questions this week.
Not this week,
this
sir, but I got you next class. I'm
okay,
ready.
all right. Most high in Christ. Most high in Christ. Most high in Christ. Well, I look forward to seeing everybody. You know what I'm saying, for the memorial, blowing the trumpets. It was good to see you here tonight. Aqua for eyes, like you healing up just fine. How you doing?
Salakia, sir. I am Tawab. I'm slowly getting there.
Most high in Christ.
Just happy to be here. Happy to finally finish Leviticus 23.
I know, Ray. It took us a little bit, but we got through it though. We got through it. But y'all haven't been having no issues with ice and coming to with the little kids, have you?
La.
Okay.
Not yet.
I'm getting ready to do a video now in Virginia and how they've been acting a fool in Virginia. They've locked up 3 or 4 times as many people as they have in the past this time of year. Almost 5,000 some people they done locked up in Virginia, but they don't talk about it as much. And they're getting ready to deploy the National Guard in Virginia as well. Supposedly they're not going to be helping with arrests, but they will be helping with ICE. So we'll see how that go. So I just was curious about that. I didn't know if they was messing with y'all at school, you know what I'm saying, with the little kids, because that is a tactic that they're using now. So the water, you did a great job tonight as usual. I know Officer Mataz Akara will be very proud. Y'all did a great job. Y'all held it down. Him and Officer Mataz Akara and Officer Urash Moth. We are always very, very impressed with the class. I can't ask for anything more. I will see y'all very soon. The water, y'all give yourselves one more hand before getting up out of here. Y'all did a great job tonight. Good job. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all off screen, so y'all can do what y'all got to do. If this was your first time watching, first time tuning in, this is the Lashawan Qadash. Those were not Hebrew scholars that sneaking in class pretending to be students. Nope, they were students. They are students. And they just come to class consistent. And if you come to class consistently, you can do the same. It takes a little work, but it is definitely possible, and I'm so glad you get the chance to see it. You get the chance to see it. If you're watching like any of these videos, go back about a year or so ago. Go back about a year or so ago. You can go on YouTube to hit live, and you will see all the different classes that we have. Go back the water for that too, Aqua. For have the young sisters make sure that they have their head covered. So have some kind of wrapping to cover their head. If they could wear a dress or a long skirt, that would be even better. You know what I'm saying? So the water for that, Aqua for Aya. But yeah, if you go on the YouTube, hit live, you can scroll all the way down years back for these classes. And you will see how we all started out when we first got up in here. We were I and by and all of that as well. And that's just how you start. So again, it's very possible if you just get in class. That's all. Just come to class. And that's not just with the Lashawan Qadash. That's with everything. We are learning everything from ground zero. Come to class. Got any questions? Come to class. I had a brother ask me, where do I start at? You start by coming to class. Just come to class. It don't matter what book you start on, where you start at. Come to class, ask your questions, and you will learn. You know what I'm saying? So the water for everybody that joined us tonight. We're going to give a courtesy salute to all the brother, all the Akim that's out there watching. Yabashim Shabbat to all the Akim that's out there watching, and a courtesy salute to all the sisters, all the Akwathim that's out there. Yawashama, Alatham, Bashim, Yawashah. The water for y'all joining us. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana since 1969. We've been teaching the truth of this Bible, that all blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians are God's chosen people, and that the oppressor, the colonizer, the devil, the white man, he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We were always tight as a people. When they first came over here and put the Indians in slavery, and then we started to come years later, 1500s, 1600s, then we finally came over in droves and numbers. They knew by the time we came over in 1619, we can't let these niggas get together. They knew by then, because every time they had brought us over prior to that, we would always link up and we became strong. We built our own communities way back then. You feel me? So they always knew. Now is the time for us to come together as a people and learn what the Lord wants us to learn. This is the time, and that time is it's just about over. It's running out. You can look on the news and see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is wrapping this thing up, and I would implore you to look at other sources for your news as well. CNN not gonna tell you what's going on. MSNBC not gonna tell you what's going on. You might want to jump online and search some of these different channels while you can. Jump online, jump on TikTok. Use your TikTok and online for something other than some foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Other than the garbage, there's actually some good information on there. You feel me? But yeah, hey, the Lord is getting ready to wrap this thing up, and we need to be right in here together. You know what I'm saying? So the water for again, that reminder, Aqua Faraya, for anybody just joining. And if you have any other questions about coming on Sunday or any day, make sure y'all call that number 757-550-1204. 757-550-1204. We got with new roof, new brother sister when they come to the school. They off limits for 6 months. They ought to be actually a year. They ought to be saluted only. 6 months. If they have an interest in a particular person, they can get permission from the head to speak or court to speak in court. Particular person in the school. That's 6 months. After that 6 month period, they'll get permission to marry. All right, tithes, which is found in Numbers chapter 3, verse 10, and Malachi chapter 8, verse 21. It means my Ishra, tenth of. You want to make sure you are paying your tithes. Pay your tithes, pay your tithes. Reason why these people have so much money to do so much evil and wickedness, because we give them all of our money. Slave master give it to you, you give it right back to them. They use it to oppress you even more. That money should be coming in here so that we can help and aid one another. So the school can dispense that how it needs to be done. So brothers have the funds that they need, and we are getting to a time where it's going to be needed. Rent done went up 5-6 times than what it's supposed to be, or what it was. I won't even say what it's supposed to be. Pay is stagnant. Wages ain't going no more higher. We are officially in a recession. They just not actually saying it yet. But look at all your numbers. Look at all your numbers. We matter of fact, we are past recession levels. Look at your numbers. No, hey, Trump ain't the most honest. Trump ain't that honest, you know what I'm saying? You can believe these fools if you want to. It's time for us to come together, man. Come together. Brother wants to be a trooper. Make sure he's in all black, boot, shirt, headband, war scarf. Sister, you can't be a trooper, but you can definitely be part of the school. All right, everything starts with you calling that number, 757-550-1204. I will see. Hopefully, we'll see everybody down right Aqua Fryer. Can't wait to see everybody Sunday for the memorial of blowing of trumpets. Sunday for the memorial blowing of trumpets. And then roughly about a week after that, roughly about a week and some change after that, September 30th. September 30th, we're going to have the Day of Atonement, where we go 24 hours without food or drink. All right. Again, these are the things that the Lord commanded us to do. And the more we come back and follow and obey his word, the faster he's going to shut this place down. Sunday, correct. You want to be at the school by 6. I want to say you want to be at the school by 6 if you're planning on attending Sunday. I want to say 6. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 6. 840 F Church Street. Call that number 757-550-1204. But yeah, it should be 6 o'clock. I think we should be too up. Normally, most of our events start at 7. So we try to. Normally, you want to be there by 6. If you're an officer, get there as early as you can, so you can help set up, do what you got to do. You feel me? So we can prepare for our brothers and sisters who's going to be joining us. All right. And with that, you know what I'm saying, again, the water for everybody joining. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Yeah, Most High Christ, the water for that officer, Mataz Zachariah. All officers report by 6. Everybody else 6:30. All officers by 6. Everybody else 6:30. 5:30 ain't gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? 6 ain't no hurt. Things happen. You feel me? Things happen. So make sure y'all do what you got to do to get down time to water for that officer Matazar Kara. And with that, hey, shalom. Hold on, we ain't gone just yet. I want to run this the heaven told me and run this memorial blow the trumpets first before we go select it. Then we go get up out of here. Hold on, let me cue it up. Get it ready. All right, shalom for real this time.
Trying to wish and pray that I'ma fall about it, all about it till we spoke in person. Don't wanna talk about it now, huh? Oh, you sound tough, Tony with them, don't get wound up. How you wound up? Another number in the round up. Put the town up, a sing up from the ground up. And if I bounce up, I get my crown stuck. Green like gold, got the east side flow. I'm a giant in the space like FIFA4. All the kids sing along like EIO. Every time when they see my show, thinking that it happened overnight. Yeah, did it. In it for the long haul flight, committed.
This Sunday at 7 p.m. Come and join us at 840 F Church Street in Norfolk, Virginia for the memorial of blowing of trumpets. These are the days God said we were supposed to celebrate. Shalom.
This is a man's world. Hey. But it wouldn't be nothing without a woman. Hey. Started out riding, man, with the geezers, when this shit didn't work out, pop out the chick. All of them talk, my bad ass still ain't listen, was living, but taught me the way.
September 30th, we suffer together. Shalom.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man, if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.